Hello, everyone, and thank you and welcome to the LevelUp podcast, powered by HireUs TV. Oh, what a lovely day it is today, and I am excited to have the great Amy Fest from SCSU. Amy is the Executive Director of OWL, OWLL, Office of Workforce and Lifelong Learning, located on Southern's campus over here in New Haven. Amy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me here today. Love speaking with you.
Awesome, awesome. Amy, this has been a wait and a worthwhile wait, because it's been about 2 years since we last had you, and you guys were building rapidly your new programming.
Yep, absolutely. We have been growing and expanding like crazy over the last 2 years, and we are really excited. We have a lot of new programming. We're growing by leaps and bounds.
Excellent. So, Amy, just a little bit about yourself. What is your background, and a little bit about what OWL is?
Sure, absolutely. So, as you just said, I am the director of the Office of Workforce and Lifelong Learning here at Southern Connecticut State University. So I've been in higher education for most of my career. I've done a lot on the credit side, I've done a lot on the non-credit side, and Southern asked me to come on board and to develop this new division focused on upskilling and reskilling in the non-credit space. And it has been really a fun ride. We have really invested a lot in this office, and we are excited to be rolling out a lot more programming. Located here on the Southern campus, we're in actually the second floor of the library. Too many people don't come to our offices. Most people engage with us either online or when we have a class. We kind of have a reserved classroom, and it could be anywhere on our campus. We have a beautiful campus with lots of facilities, so it could be anything from a science lab to a regular classroom to a computer classroom. But we do have about 30% of our classes on ground. Most of them are online.
That's phenomenal. Amy, one quick question. How many students typically go to Southern?
Well, Southern itself actually has, you're asking me an exact question. I'm not sure the exact number that we have for
Ballpark
credit.
works.
I can tell you non-credit, in my side of the world, we have about 500 students that have come here within the last year, which is
Excellent.
pretty impressive. Southern itself, though, has several thousand students. We have undergraduate and graduate programs, but our credit and our non-credit sides, they're kind of two different sides of the house. We have some credit students who take non-credit classes, but we have a lot of people who come to Southern just to take our non-credit classes, and they're not interested in getting a formal degree, so they don't enroll on the
Right.
credit side.
That is excellent. So, what are some of the programs that you offer with the Office of Workforce and Lifelong Learning?
Yeah, so great question. We are adding a lot of programming. So we have a core group of classes in the IT space. We have Amazon Web Services. We have two different classes. We have Python. We have, I'm looking at my cheat sheet here just to make sure I don't forget anything. We have Google Cybersecurity, Google Project Management. We have SQL. We have CompTIA, but we've added a lot more classes. We have a really popular drone academy that happens every fall and every spring, where people can learn the basics of drone operation, and then they can take their FAA 106 exam to become drone operators. We also have a whole bunch of classes in medical Spanish that we launched this summer, which are very popular. We have 3 levels of non-credit medical Spanish for people who want to become more fluent in being able to work like in a doctor's office or in a variety of different places. We have a really cool cannabis program that teaches people how the laws, the ethics, and the science behind cannabis retail and extraction and harvesting.
Very interesting.
We have a series of classes in that. We do have a tourism hospitality program that we're launching. We have a whole bunch of classes in AI. We have one right now, AI Fundamentals, but we are going to be launching AI in manufacturing, ethics in AI, AI in tourism. We have a lot of classes. We have a whole manufacturing series that we're opening up. So we are growing by leaps and bounds.
Oh my goodness. How do you guys fit all these people in this space?
So a lot of it's online. Like I said, a lot of our classes are offered online. They're offered through Blackboard. Many of them are offered that they have live virtual training once or twice a week, where you would meet with your instructor in the evening. Some of them are offered completely asynchronous. You log in when it's convenient for you and you complete the work, and then it gets graded, and then if you're successful at the end, we issue you a digital credential. So the ones on campus, we put everybody in our classrooms. Could be a classroom as small as 10 students or as large as 25. So we're lucky. We have a beautiful campus that is at our disposal.
Well, that was phenomenal. I wish my 6-year-old self actually was enjoying the a drone academy because that sounds like a great opportunity,
You know,
actually.
it doesn't need to be your 6-year-old self. There's so many jobs for adults in drone. You would be amazed. For example, real estate. When you now go to view a property, it's got a lot of drone photography that shows you kind of what the property looks like. Somebody needs to take
Oh,
those
yes.
pictures. There's a lot like the 4th of July. A lot of people have switched from fireworks to drone shows. So the drone market has really grown. A lot of first responders use drones. There's just a lot of jobs that are out. Biggest growth industry for drone, power washing. When you need to power wash
Very
a building,
interesting.
you need to get up really high, you fly the drone, and it's a special drone that can actually power wash like 4, 5, 6, 30 stories high.
Wow, and that is a lifelong, life-changing career,
It
especially if
is. It
somebody
is.
could grow that business.
It is.
In returns to the drone training program, how old do you have to be for this program?
For the drone program,
Yes.
18 and older.
Okay, great.
Yep,
And do you also offer this to municipalities and other law enforcement
we
agencies as
do.
well too?
We do. We've held several different training programs for various municipalities, and actually, we just got a first responder drone that is specific for the police and for the emergency management system. We also are going to be
Excellent.
doing thermal imaging. We're going to be doing a training around that coming up in the near future as well.
Well, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. Another program that you really caught my eye was the AI program that you have, especially since a lot of the young individuals that we meet are interested in getting into cybersecurity. Can you go a little bit further into the AI training program?
Absolutely. So we have a bunch of different AI classes, and we're going to be adding a lot more. So we have some classes that are more foundational. So we have a class that's called AI Foundations for Workforce Success. It's very affordable. It's only $299. Let me get that right. $99. And it's 6 weeks long, and it meets live in person, virtually, one evening a week. But it teaches you really how you can use AI in an ethical way, and it shows you a variety of programs and teaches you good prompting so that you get good responses out of AI. But then we're really working hard to develop programming that are more specific. So for example, AI in manufacturing is very different than AI in finance. You know, you need
Right.
different programs, you need different skills. So we're looking to develop a lot of programming that will bring AI into your job so you can understand how you can use it to be more effective in your workplace rather than just the general skills of ChatGTP.
Wow, that is phenomenal. And in terms of partnering with community partners, do you work with the local workforce boards?
Yes, extremely close with the local workforce board. So we have an amazing partnership with the workplace. In fact, we just got an award that we were one of their partners of the year. We were very excited to get that.
Excellent.
We also work with the other workforce boards around the state. We work with the Workforce Alliance, Capital Workforce Partners. We really can work anywhere because so many of our classes are online. We also work very closely with the chambers of commerces. We know that, there's a lot of businesses that want training for their employees, so we partner with them.
Yes.
We work with a lot of the RSP, which are the regional sector partnerships around healthcare and manufacturing and IT, working with those employees and those employers to try to figure out exactly what it is that they need for upskilling and reskilling.
Mm-hmm.
And the job centers, the American Job Centers is wonderful. When somebody goes to an American Job Center, we do have, and we're continuing to grow, grants and things like WIOA that we can offer to students to help offset the cost of our programming.
Well, that's great, great. In terms of affordability, that's a key barrier to access to education for a lot of our viewers. And so, can you talk a little bit about how affordable it is to join OWL?
Absolutely. So we have everything from programming that's, under $100. We have some online training that's $79 through some of our partners, up to something that would be a lot more expensive, like a 6-month, like a Google Project Management class that might be closer to $2,000. And as everybody knows, this program, these aren't covered by financial aid. Unfortunately, that's just not the way the government sees non-credit, although a new law was just passed around Pell Grants being applicable to workforce programming, and we're actively kind of learning more about that. But what we really try hard to do here at OWL, as you just mentioned, is to partner with our workforce board, so where there are funding opportunities available for people to upskill and reskill, we can tap into those funds. We just got a scholarship through our foundation, and we're looking to grow that scholarship fund so that we can provide scholarships We do have scholarships for some of our classes, like medical Spanish, but we want them to be available more broadly to all of our students.
Excellent, because access to education is paramount, especially here in the New Haven County area. And since you
Absolutely.
guys are growing your programming throughout the state and probably even to other states as well too, it is
Yes.
paramount that we make this easier for everybody to access.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. If I was to say the number one thing that we could do here in Connecticut, it is to open more doors to workforce training, to the short-term skilled training that people need and making it affordable. One of the things, Jeffrey, that really is helpful, if somebody has a job currently, they should talk to their employer. We find that many employers have professional development funds that their employees don't even know about, and they'll offer to pay for their training if it's something that will help them to perform their job better. So people should ask those questions. If you are in a position, a lot of times your employer will want to invest in you to help you to upskill.
Well, absolutely. And so I have a last question for you, Amy. And how do the individual or a business get in contact with you?
Absolutely. So on our website is the best way to get a hold of us. So if you go to the Southern website, if you go to OWL, the Office of Workforce and Lifelong Learning, right on our homepage, there is a link that says professional development on the homepage of Southern. If you click on that, it'll take you right over to our office. But I can get you our URL and you can put that in the description for your viewers so they can get that as well. You know, our website is pretty comprehensive and all of my contact information is right on the contact us page.
Perfect, perfect. And so, what's coming down the pipeline, Amy? What's the secret juice? Like, what kind of new programming that you have coming down that we could share today?
Well, I do think one of the things that you just mentioned around AI is one of the secret juice, and I think you're going to see us grow a lot more in that space. But we're trying to really listen to what is needed in our community, and we're trying to add more programming in healthcare because we know that's one that's very, very relevant to our community. We're also creating a whole series of professional development for K-12 educators. We know that there's a lot of people who graduate from Southern with their degree, and they're out there and they're teachers, and we want to be their resource for providing the best education they can to our students in the state of Connecticut, to our students who are in the K-12 system. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch of programming in that area. And we're going to continue to grow in the IT space because we really do know that making sure that people are job ready and things like AI, virtual reality, quantum, those really cutting edge skills, we're looking to do programming in all of those areas.
Oh, you hear from Amy first, guys. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming down from Southern. So definitely plug in, check out their website at www.scsu.edu/OWL. And we'd like to see how we could further build our partnerships with our community businesses in this area. Amy, thank you so much for joining us today.
No,
And
no,
we're looking
no.
forward to seeing your continued success.
Absolutely, you too.
All right, thank you, everyone. And you heard it first, Amy over at SCSU, everyone. And thank you for joining us.